Once again, your Associate Health Minister, Casey Costello, is under the spotlight after a ministry official questioned her independent advice, where she used to justify tax cuts of $200 million plus to Philip Morris. Her response was to call out the officials. Was that the right response?
Well, so let's just back it up a little bit because, Casey Costello has been under attack, I think, politically all year. And I just want to explain what's going on.
She's doing dumb shit.
Yeah, the question is not has she been under attack? The question is it appropriate? Is it warranted, those attacks? And I would say yes. So, yeah, she's probably been under attack because she's done ridiculous things, like cancelling Smoke-Free 2025, giving tax breaks to Philip Morris, those sorts of things. That's going to bring critiques, which you're calling attacks,
to the New Zealand people. We've had some of the most successful anti-smoking legislation in the world. We have some of the lowest daily smoking rates. They've come down in the last year from 8.6 to 6.8% of daily smokers, and we need to get it to 5%, which is our smoke-free target. From here on through...
We were aiming to get it to 0%, actually, but you guys thought we'd throw that in the bin. But, just saying.
It's really hard, right? Because you've actually got really stubborn people that are continuing with smoking, despite all the education thus far, despite the presence of vapes. And what Casey Costello is wanting to do is to present alternatives to cigarette smoking as we deal with that really hardcore group of smokers that as we try and get that target down to 5%. So all she's done is propose alternatives. Obviously vaping's been very important over the last 5 or so.
Technically.
Meth is up there. Meth's
Cannabis.
not smoking. Just fucking, like, if it gets them off tobacco, that's the only thing, right? Intravenous drugs, just go for it.
Isn't it Philip Morris that's proposing the alternatives? Because that's some of the research he's using. So he said Casey Costello is having alternatives, is proposing alternatives. Technically, she's using research from places like Philip Morris to propose alternatives. Technically.
Years, and that will continue. We want to make sure we have some guidelines around protecting children underage around vapes, and we put some tougher penalties around all of that. Heated tobacco products is an attempt to look at alternatives as well to cigarette smoking, which is very harmful. And as you move people out of cigarette smoking to something like a heated tobacco product, which actually has half the excise tax attached to it, all we've done is we've allowed in our financial books as accounting to make sure that we put aside a provision to say, look, if we get a wholesale conversion of people out of cigarettes into heating tobacco products, the government won't collect as much revenue, and it's a good thing getting people off cigarettes, but it means we'll get less money or less revenue. So we'll just put that money,
which will make them cheaper at the counter, which will drive more people to them, perhaps people who aren't smoking, and because they've got tobacco in them will not necessarily satiate those addictive qualities and keep them smoking. The other thing the research showed that we read was people are much more likely to continue to smoke and use these as well. So, making smoking products cheaper. National 2026.
To one side to actually account for that should the most conservative position eventuate. So it's not a tax break. What it is actually just saying, look, we're recognising we want to try different things because we're now with a really stubborn set of daily smokers that it gets really hard from here on through. So
and you
that's what we're trying to do.
Heated tobacco products. But Prime Minister, we've had international experts come on our show and the evidence just doesn't back that up.
Well, what we're doing is we're giving it a go. We said we'd review it in 12 months' time and see whether it has been...
Why can't they give cannabis a go and review it in 12 months' time? Why can't we just go, okay, we'll decriminalise for 12 months and see how that goes? It's funny how when there's not perhaps a massive lobby group with deep pockets behind it, that they're less likely just to want to give it a go. Yeah, we'll give it a crack. Yeah, we'll give it a go.
Effective.
Other things that we couldn't give a go and review in 12 months' time, reductions in speed limits. Can't do that. Got to put them up. Got to put them up.
All right.
Moving people off cigarettes into something that's different and not as harmful. And what we will see is, as I said, we put aside the financial accounting around the loss of tax revenue because of the loss of excise tax. But, we're at a point now where at 6.8%, one of the lowest countries in the world after decades of really good work.
Could have been zero.
Continue, but we're just acknowledging the challenge gets tougher and harder from here.
All right, there you go, Chewy. Have at it, sir. Have you got anything else to say?
He is bad at this. Like, he should see that Costello's an albatross around his neck. He can't do anything because it's not his party, but holy shit. Have we ever had a more horrifically corrupt, conflict of interest bound minister as this. It's so blatant. It's
maybe
so out
Nicole
in the
McKee.
open.
Maybe Nicole McKee.
Oh yeah, the 2-for-1 special out of our coalition partners. Jesus.